Hey everyone, and welcome to your A1 Institute Explainer. We are here to get you Class 10 students totally exam ready for your environmental science chapter. Today, we're diving into a really big topic, how our everyday actions actually affect the entire planet. Let's dive right in.
You've heard that saying, every action has a reaction, right? Well, it's not just a saying, it's a fundamental truth. Every little thing we do, from flipping a light switch to throwing something away, creates a ripple that goes way, way beyond just us.
So, what happens when those tiny little ripples start to become tidal waves? Today, we're going to look at two massive environmental challenges. One of them is completely invisible, something you can't even see. And the other? Well, it's something you pretty much can't escape.
Okay, let's kick things off with a story. It's about an invisible shield, high up in the atmosphere that protects every single one of us. Without it, life as we know it on Earth just wouldn't be possible. We are, of course, talking about the ozone layer.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. Ozone, well, it kind of has a split personality. Down here, near the ground, it's actually a pollutant, it's dangerous. But way, way up in the stratosphere, it's our planet's bodyguard. This is a super important point for your exams, so definitely make a note of that difference.
So how is this incredible shield even made? Well, it's like this beautiful chemical dance, and it's all powered by the sun. High-energy UV rays come down, and bam, they strike an oxygen molecule, that's O2, and split it into two separate oxygen atoms. Then, one of those lonely oxygen atoms teams up with another O2 molecule, and together they create O3, that's ozone.
So you've got this invisible shield that's constantly being made high above us, all while absorbing dangerous radiation. But what does that really mean for you and me, living right here on the ground?
Okay, this slide really says it all. The difference is just night and day. With our ozone shield intact, we're protected. But without it, we're exposed to the sun's most damaging rays, which leads to huge health risks like skin cancer for us and damage to all sorts of other living things. The ozone layer is basically our planet's natural heavy-duty sunblock. But then our story hits a major snag. In the 1980s, scientists discovered something truly alarming. A massive hole was forming in our protective shield, right over Antarctica. The race was on to figure out what on Earth was causing it.
And the culprit? A group of man-made chemicals called chlorofluorocarbons, or CFCs for short. Yeah, it's a mouthful. They were used in all sorts of things, like refrigerators and fire extinguishers. Down here on the ground, they seemed totally harmless, but once they floated up into the stratosphere, that's when the trouble started. UV rays broke them apart, releasing chlorine, which then just went on a rampage, destroying our precious ozone.
But here's the amazing part of the story. The world didn't just sit back and watch. We fought back. In 1987, the United Nations led the charge, and countries came together to sign an agreement to ban CFCs. And you know what? It actually worked. Today, making CFC-free products is mandatory. It's just a fantastic example of what we can achieve when we all work together.
The story of the ozone layer is huge. It shows us what's possible when we take action. So now, let's bring it back down to Earth. Let's talk about a problem that's much closer to home, one that we can see and touch every single day.
All right, time to talk trash. Yep, garbage. The stuff we produce every single day. And the enormous challenge of figuring out what to do with all of it. Just take a second and think about your day so far. The wrapper from a snack, the leftovers from lunch, the packaging from something you bought. Every little activity we do creates waste. This is our daily footprint. And believe me, it's a lot bigger than you might think. So let's do a quick thought experiment. Picture your trash bin at home. What's in there that will just break down naturally over time? You know, things like vegetable peels, leftover food, paper. Those are what we call biodegradable. They rot and go back to the earth. Okay, but what about the other stuff? The plastic bottles, the glass jars, the metal cans. Yeah, those are non-biodegradable. They're going to stick around for a very, very long time. We're talking years, decades, maybe even centuries. And understanding that difference is absolutely key. So we've looked at two huge environmental challenges. One was caused by big industries, and the other is caused more by our own daily choices. But that ozone story, that proves that our collective actions, when we all work together, can make a real, measurable difference. So it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What's the next big problem we can solve together? And that wraps up our explainer on our Actions, Our Planet. We really hope this helps you get ready and feel confident for your exams. For more admissions info, notes, and exam guidance, please contact us here at A1 Institute. Our phone number is right there in the description below. And hey, if you found this useful, do us a huge favor. Hit that like button, share it with your friends, and drop a comment. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the A1 Institute YouTube channel for more explainers just like this one. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your studies.